Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your January 2018 Soul Tarot reading. I have a really exciting reading queued up for you today. It is just having the card spread come out just gave me an enormous amount of joy. And I want you to know that if you have time and you can look at some of the other readings, you will see a pattern. You will see the tapestry that has been woven. There's a beautiful message coming out. So the messages here for January are foreshadowing. There are messages about the year that is about to unfold, along with the information for January, of course. And so as I was getting ready to do the reading and, fixing up my live stream for YouTube so that I can stream to right to my channel, some inspiration came through and I had loaded up a different picture. And Spirit said, no, use this one. So I'm welcoming you with this image. That is the beautiful Holy Well at Tara in the Sacred Boyne Valley in Ireland, the place that I went for my little sacred journey in October. And Spirit is referencing that journey and the solstice and all the ways in which we have traveled over 2017. So I'm going to leave you with that image while I make an announcement. Actually, Spirit says no. You know what? I'm going to transition. So there's something about this photo that you're seeing that has to do with the theme of this reading and connects it to the reading that came out in December. If you haven't seen those readings and you want to, apply some time and understand these messages build upon each other, they are not meant to just be standalone, although they certainly could be for any given month. So if you're new, welcome. I'm thrilled to have you here, and I look forward to your accompaniment as I take this journey for myself. I'm going to transition over and show you the card that came as the spirit theme on top of the reading that gives it guidance and light. Spirit saying composition. Those two photographs are joined according to Spirit. They are a reflection of each other. So I'm going to toggle back once more. There's a lot of energy streaming through into my heart chakra. I'm getting, feeling that human response of being a little bit choked up. So before I jump in, a couple quick announcements. Things have shifted and changed for me in my own journey. And I am going to be able now, I have been liberated by Spirit, by my spirit guides, to widen my offerings and widen my scope this coming year in January. All that information continues to be below the video. Click the show more button that is in the description box below the video. That's a tab. Everything you need to know is there. I am going to make a video, brief, just to sort of explain what's going on. But basically, I'm offering a wider type of readings. I'm going to be able now to focus or to put some focus on couples readings and love readings and those kinds of things. I am going to be offering distance healing. I haven't even told you folks about that yet, but that is part of what has been gifted to me. And some of my clients that have come for private readings have begun to ask for that. And so I felt as though now the time is right, the ask is coming. So I'm going to add that to my offerings. And I also will be able to spend some time with those of you who would like to be in touch with people on the other side. There's been a lot of that activity in the background through private readings. I haven't spoken about it because my mission was to stay focused for my spirit guide on a very particular purpose in 2017. So as everyone will do, we are all meant to broaden our vision, our energetic signature, and the work that we do here in this world. And so Spirit's asking me to transition back. So all that information is in the Show More box. Click on that. The other thing that is happening is finally, at long last, I have succumbed. I am going to work this month on building a website in the hopes that it makes things easier and, I guess more accessible for folks who are interested in scheduling a reading or any of the services that I will have to offer once we come past the new year, the 1st. So Cancer, let's jump in. I guess I should toggle up in my viewer and say hi. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you. You have no idea. The readings that have been coming out have been just incredibly, I use the same words over and over, but profound. Last year, I talked a lot about the tapestry. And so as a reader, as a channeler, I am seeing the tapestry. And it was one of my questions at the end of last year. I was like, well, where is it? What are we talking about? And I know a lot of you wanted to know that. It's here. If you take a look at the pattern of energy that is weaving through the readings, you will understand. So if ever there was a time to look at your rising sign, your moon sign, all of that, check it out, because you're going to see this beautiful pattern that has emerged. And so that's a great segue. I'm going to toggle back to the photo. The topic that Spirit wants to talk about with everyone this month is emergence, and what it is to emerge in order to evolve into the spirit realm, the energy cycle, Spirit is saying. And I think that's part of why Spirit wanted me to show you the picture of the Holy Well. So last month, we were talking about conductivity and the nature of being a Cancer and what it means to be a water sign in a general way, in order to help you begin the thought process of Spirit says, pondering and stepping into and learning about your energy signature in order to employ it in the work you do and the way you walk through your life. So to see this card come out right on the top as the Spirit theme and the central message, and Spirit saying that which lights the way, that's what the candle was about. Going forward, that which lights the way. And so Cancer, just like everybody else, there's something about your nature that helps light the way. And I love that Spirit is using that phrase because of the cyclical nature of your energy and how it is applied in a general way here on the earth. I'm very encouraged to see this indication of transformation and a new life and evolving and emerging in the first days of 2018. Something very sacred is evolving for you. So let's take a look at the card together. That's the beautiful Queen of Skill, here to receive you as you travel back, Spirit says, having gone deeply out through the solstice. Spirit's chattering already about the cycles of the moon. To me, I think that's about the next card. So I'm being nudged to move along. Spirit just wanted to give you, this idea about yourself is what's coming through. So the key, there is something that is being unlocked. The key to a life, the key to movement, the key to energy. And we see these horses on her dress and the beautiful glowing light that comes off this dress. The passion with which one meets a new life. The ability and the power to go forward, signified by the horses on her gown. Quite lovely. All right, so let's carry on. I'm going to load that up while I prepare you for this next photograph. So as the cards were coming out, I started getting messages about the moon. And if you don't know, January 1st is the first full moon, obviously, of the year. I love that it's falling on the very first day, and the fact that it is a super moon. So go online and Google some of that and find out what that has to do with your particular astrology set points, Spirit's saying. So here's the card that came. Cancer, look at that. That is a prophecy. This clearly has to do with the rapid transformation that you are involved in, that signifies a new life coming into fruition. There are several things about this pairing that I just want to speak to a little bit. When you look at the augury of knowledge, we see this beautiful figure that had dressed in this midnight blue garment under the light of the moon. This an augury, right? So it's about self-actualization. This has to do with coming into a profound form of knowledge and seeing that knowledge and that understanding as a form of deep prosperity. It's about feelings of internal wealth and the ecstasy that comes with that. About having serenity, in a sense, over your. Okay, Spirit's talking about your reign. It's very interesting. So let me carry on, and I'm going to circle back. This is about spiritual riches and the touchstone of self-realization, recognizing that you are in a place of inauguration. So here's the other photo that I loaded up. I didn't really know why I was doing it. As I was doing the cards, these things came out. That is the Leophale stone of destiny, high atop the hill at Tara, the place where kings were inaugurated. And so, looking at these things that came out as an energy set point, if you will, your reading, I believe, is coming from that place this month. These themes, Spirit wants to speak to you about this very deeply and very clearly. It is a reflection of both male and female energy. This is the well that is accessed far below the hill, right at the bottom. You have to walk down the hill. This is the wellspring of the energy of Tara. And this is the skyward motion of that energy. And, look at the clouds. If you know anything about Ireland, you know it rains a lot, sometimes every single day. And the day that I went up to Tara, the first time I went up there, this is what it looked like. The energy was streaming in a way that was really beautiful, really intense. And so there's a lot happening, Spirit's saying, in the background of these cards. And so there's just a desire for you to look very deeply and to understand. So the augury of knowledge is an illustration, actually, of someone touching the stone of destiny under the light of the moon, with the mystical realm having come through. And this is why you arise in this place, Cancer. There is a very deep transition happening. And I know that some of you, I've spoken to some of you, I know you're feeling it. So the question always comes, what is the purpose? And so here are the cards that have to do with your human walk. Under this aspect, Spirit is saying, you are both the well and the stone of destiny. And last month, I was talking about Cancer and what's coming through this month. I was talking about the conductivity of your energy. And so Spirit today is talking about the cycle. That's why I think these pictures want to come out of the wellspring and the stone of destiny. So you have arrived into your moment of karmic destiny when it comes to the cyclical nature of a water sign, of an earth element. that has its own position and power and ability to manifest. And those are the messages that were coming through as I was shuffling the deck. And so here are the cards that came about the human walk. So given all the things I've said, take a look at those cards. That's very astounding to me. In the center line of this beginning point of the reading, there are two cards of prophecy aligned with each other in a very profound way. And on either side, we see, on the left side, we see the turning of the spiral, another indication of reaching a point of destiny. That card on the far left is the beautiful adventure of art. The way in which one travels far to recapture something very precious in order to reclaim a signatory form of energy vibration and the ability to emanate forward. So the beautiful augury of art, you've probably heard me talk about this. Let me toggle over so you can see my little face. There's the card. Spirit keeps talking about destiny, a moment of destiny. And that's why the energy is coming off the spiral in that way. That is the triple spiral. The birth, life, death spiral that flows forward in an unending way. And so there's a lot of messaging coming forward about the nature of water, the conductivity of water, the cycle of water, and what the implication is for that in this tapestry that is being woven, that has been woven and being corrected. So this gentleman is the sacred bard, and he does hold an instrument of vibration. It's a harp. In his clan, he was very important. He was a wisdom holder. He was a transmitter, Spirit says, able to attend to the transmission of energy through word and song and poetry in the days before there was written language. This instrument was stolen in a battle, and this person's task was to go to the place that it was being held and in secret, that's why he's cloaked, sit outside the enemy encampment and sing the songs, recite the poems and the chants of his people, Spirit says, in order that this vibration that he is sending out will cause the instrument to arise through the air and return home so that he can bring it back to the tribe. He was successful, and it turned the destiny forever. It was his moment. And so that's what the chatter in the background is about. This is a moment of karmic destiny going forward into 2018. Spirit says this will be your wellspring and your bedrock. And there are a lot of words coming through about the curbstones in the passage tombs and the energy that emanates from those places. Spirit wants you to understand something about your energy set point. So let's talk back. Having been able to recapture the essence of your being, the vibratory essence, the cycle of your essence, brings forward the energy of the augury of art. So it's really, I love the way this is lined up, because the adventure of art is a fairly advanced energetic movement. And that is hearkening back to all the work that you did and all the messaging that came through in 2017. That set the stage for this next movement of your energy. And it brings another prophecy. And not just a prophecy. Look at the nature of the card. And I'm pretty sure, Cancer, I don't remember because I do so many readings, I'm pretty sure you've seen that card. So the augury of art is about just what we're seeing there. It is a type of feminine-led energy, again, fertile energy, standing before a body of water, signifying your energy set point. It is about the art of bringing abundance, of bringing forward the concept of cyclical abundance. It is fertility. It signifies, in a sense, the beginning of happiness. And the beautiful cauldron out of which all gifts come. There is a shining city in the background. There is an enormous amount of life energy and flow. Spirit is talking again about the flow. So in these moments, the prophecy for you is about the beginning of emotional growth. Spirit saying, the coming of happiness and joy and pleasure, but most importantly, receptivity. It's very important in this reading, according to Spirit. So this goddess that we see in the card is blessing, bringing a blessing for your journey into the realm of energetic abundance and the growth thereof. Spirit says there is a signatory in the lore of this card that has to do with immortality. And again, Spirit's talking about the cycle. So we see the notion of cycle 3 times already as the cards have come out. So this is the movement that you can expect in all of 2018. And certainly you will feel it unfolding in January. In whatever way you understand your set point as a spiritual actor walking across the earth. Those are the words that are coming through about this. So, again, Spirit's guiding me to talk about the alignment. The last card on the human walk is a major arcana card. It is the beautiful keeper. And we see the notion of strategy, a game of strategy, how we play the game of life, the decisions that we make, how they affect our walk. And Spirit's talking again about our cycle. It is beautiful, male-informed energy. And the purpose of this type of energy is to impart the ability, the willingness, and the desire. Spirit's talking about the desire to be the keeper of harmony. That's the full name of the card. And I love that the coloration in this card is this beautiful pink, vibratory type of Spirit's talking about. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of interruption today. So Spirit's talking about the colors and the rays, and talking about being able to parse out the rays of the sun in order to be able to become energetically the keeper of harmony, not only in your own life, but so that your energy, having come through this prophecy, that is the ability that you have. And Cancer, we know you, right? We all know about the beautiful heart of a Cancer. And Spirit's been talking for a couple of months now about what emanates through our heart chakras. And that message also is coming through very loud and clear today. All right. So, the beautiful God in the background of that picture was known as the ruler of the people, and was fairly legendary in the time of the Irish kings. It's about the concept of being able to keep order in a harmonious life. So with the turning of the spiral, and then the prophecy, and then this keeper of harmony, Spirit is talking about raising your ability, bringing you deeper into your ability to live a harmonious life inside your own entity, Spirit is saying. And understand the authority, so to speak, that you have to do that, and the model that you create for others as you move through your life, because you have this energy set point. Anyone who's ever had any, let me transition back, anything to do with a Cancer and on a close relationship, whether it's brothers, sisters, friends, lovers, it doesn't matter. We feel that energy vibe. I do, maybe because I'm an earth sign. I feel the energy vibration of a Cancer. It is very nurturing. And the sensitivity that you have, because you are a cyclical being, is what enables you to understand the nature of your energy set point and be able to capture it and bring it into a place of central importance and give it what it is meant to have in terms of your own personal acknowledgement. So I want to toggle back because I would like you to focus on the cards more so than whatever might come from me, because Spirit is saying now this month, it's been true with all the readings, please pay very close attention to your own energetic response to the cards as they come out. There is messaging there for you that you will understand in a way that is pertinent to your particular being, your particular life circumstances. And there is a knowingness that is developing across all the astrological set points. And certainly for you, Cancer, none of this is any surprise, given the journey that you had last year and the place in which the discussion from Spirit led us to understand the place in which you were left standing as the solstice approached, becoming ready to immerse yourself in this experience and emerge, Spirit says, victorious in a way in your quest with these prophecies about your life as a spirit being going forward and the way in which you walk in your human shell, so to speak. So let's take a look at the bridge card that begins to transition the energy and allow us to see the mirror on the spirit realm for this really sacred human walk that you're having this month and this year. And what could be more perfect? Look at that. Gorgeous male energy. That is the beautiful decider of will. And so as you look back for a moment at the journey that has unfolded and the end point, if you will, on the human journey, which has to do with keeping harmony in a central place inside of you, in a central focus in your mind and in your intentions, and this being the purpose of the new life that you are being given and the prophecy that comes to you. That then brings the evolution of your will, and it is male-informed energy. Obviously, it's about willpower, but it also has to do with empowerment and initiative and concentrated efforts coming into a form of competence, if you will, able to access your imagination creatively. And Spirit saying, hearkening back to the beautiful goddess who is standing in the center point, the two beautiful goddesses that are bringing forward the prophecy for your movement through 2018. Those things, that fertile shift and change, enlivened and empowered by sacred male energy. And that is Dagda, the great male god of the Druids, here to help you provide the will that is needed for your specific energy set point to go through deeper into its cyclical nature and be emanated in the place where you find it to be most needed in your life. So there's a lot of activity that's being spoken about this month, that kind of activity, very active. In all of last year, it was all about self-development and, the trials and tribulations that we have to go through as human beings in order to reach the point that we need to be at. Let's see if I can hold that up. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Okay. So, there's a card in the major arcana, the Shaper, and it's the Shaper of Growth. And it's the very next card in the series. And I often speak about that card as the Great Mother. And so there's the Great Father in the mythology of this deck. All right? beautiful, sacred male energy, helping a soul shepherd itself, activated at the will center, seeds in its hand, and willing, if you will, manifesting what the prophecy in this spread is promising. So let me toggle back. Do you see how the decider of will is looking directly at the scene that's unfolding in the center line of this card? There is something very profound unfolding. So, in your energy set point, there's a lot of power. The power of water, the movement of water, and the cycle. Spirit keeps coming back to the cycle. We all know the water element can move mountains. It also causes things to grow and shift and change. And I believe that is why we see these two prophecy cards aligned and in direct communication with the beautiful Queen of Skill, the bringer of life, and the decider of will, the great God, seeding the way forward. It's a really poetic unfolding through the cards this month as I watch things come out. So the decider of will is the bridge, bringing your earthly ponderings and your energy set point closer in line with the spirit walk that you are meant to have. So here are the cards. Wait till you see this. Oh my goodness. Cancer, look at that. So take a moment and just look at the left-hand vertical row of cards. We see the adventure of art, coming to a point of manifestation, Spirit says, and turning the spiral of your own destiny, reaching your karmic moment as a human actor in order to evolve and shift and change in the way the water element does, into a prophecy about the keeping of harmony as central location in your life because of your understanding and your dedication to these concepts. And immediately thereafter, the decider of will, the first card in the major arcana of the deck, the beautiful male energy of seeding a new life. It's astonishing to me. And of course, the very next card above the decider is another major arcana card. Again, female energy. It is spirits. And there's an unending stream going on in my head about the cyclical nature. So I'm going to do my best to interpret that for you. So the mover of energy is the next card, the first card on the spirit walk. Okay, there's another message. It's coming through. Sometimes it's hard to manage. All right, so there you go. There's the sacred mother standing right above the sacred dad, right? The sacred father, the sacred male energy. And there's this beautiful life. Spirit says, all right, there's the picture of that baby that came through in the blue swaddled blanket, fully activated now and able to move forward because you have the power of the energy within you. All right, so I'm going to leave you to interpret this. That's the beautiful mover of energy, all right, standing right on top of the decider. The progress that is happening, the shift that has happened, that Spirit says has come to pass, is creating rapid forward motion at this time. And your forward motion is, okay, Spirit's saying it is the thing of cyclical movement. And I'm being asked to show you these pictures again. So bear with me because I'm just going to do it, whatever that's all about for you, okay? There's the wellspring and the stone of destiny at Tara. Both of them are deeply connected to each other. And it is the cycle of energy that arises from these two sources that brings forward the mystical destiny, that I was exploring and engaging with, that is what is coming through in these moments while I'm endeavoring, if you will, to bring the reading forward. So let's go back to the cards. As this energy moves forward, the very next card, of course, indicating again yin and yang, but relationship. And there's the sun, having come through the portal, Spirit says, in the way you have, with the two prophecy cards in the center line of this reading. Right atop the prophecy stands a male and female figure, indicating new growth and shift and change and transmission. That was a Freudian slip. I meant to say transition. That's interesting. So you see what I mean? It's coming through. It's just bursting through into my tongue. Spirit is talking about transmission. So I'm going to toggle back. I want to show you the card up close because it has everything to do with the power of the sun. And if you have a chance, go and look at the reading for Aries. Spirit's talking about the sun god. All right, so that's beautiful, sacred, lion-hearted energy. The energy of love, the energy of compassion, the light that brings to the world. And here we see these two entities signifying the male and female energy that exists here on the earth. And they are joined. And Spirit says, at long last, this is the tapestry that has been weaving through 2017. We have arrived, Spirit says. And if we see this in relation, hang on a second, to this, all right, that's the prophecy, Spirit says. And actually, you know what? Let me see if I can do this. Hang on a second. It's hard because the cards are so giant. All right, so this comes here, and this is here, and this is here. All right. Do you see that? The order of the prophecy, Spirit says. It's really amazing when you think about it in this way, given all the words that have come out. So this card, clearly, these two individuals are very happy to have their energy be joined. They are a little bit furtive. To me, every time I look at this, I think they're looking at each other thinking, well, okay, this is good, but now what? And that's the message the Spirit wants to bring forward. There is more discovery to be made. That is why they have vessels behind them that we cannot look into, because something more is about to unfold. And Spirit saying this is the journey for 2018. The mirror image of all that has happened in the prophecies and on the human walk in the spirit realm of your cyclical energy set point. More is about to be revealed. And it is the sun that powers the cyclical nature of your being. And because of the energy, and one of my viewers was talking about this, because of the energy and the cycle, and this is coming through a lot. So you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name, but help explain this because you have stumbled upon something that I think is really valuable. There's something about the energy of the sun and the way the energy of the sun, like the tides of the moon, Spirit says, power our existence here. And because of your particular energy set point, Cancer, you are very intimately involved in that cycle. And so the reason there's a man and a woman here, and it's being displayed with this card in order to discuss that concept, is also to help us understand the cycle of energy that happens in the yin-yang nature, right? I also hope to think, like all of you, and I've been muzzled. I haven't been allowed to talk about this, but I certainly hope to think that relationships between any two human beings across this planet begin to evolve. Whether it's a couple or friendships or cultures beginning to come together and understand something and seek for that which is hidden to be revealed. That's what this says to me, because it is being driven by the energy of the sun. that has to do with all of the base elements here on the planet. So that's the kind of chatter that's coming in. Let me cycle back. See, I'm saying it with my tongue. All right. And, from my way of thinking, given the way this is unfolding, I intensely love the position of the next card. Love it. The beautiful warrior of skill, who sits awaiting. Saddlebags are packed. Again, he's dressed in his passion. Look at the intense beauty of this image of male energy. It's astounding because we see the strength. It almost emanates off the card when I look at this. Holding his personal power in his hand. He has the sustenance he needs, a little bit of magic in his hands. He has this beautiful horse that stands at the ready. And what he does literally is he awaits for sacred impulse to strike him, to come into his being. And in that moment, he gets on his horse, meaning he has the power to go forward, and he rides straight into the impulse, straight into the sacred inspiration, in order to have an adventure. It's the unfolding. So Spirit's talking about, this is the type of unfolding that you're going to experience. It is going to be this type of nature. I'm going to toggle back. This type of a journey, I believe, coming through all of 2018. And just as the story evolved in 2017, we're going to see a similar thing, right? We're going to see you cycle through the depth of your learning and understanding and coming into your cyclical nature as an energetic being. And there are, there's a lot. I mean, when I see two prophecy cards lined up next to each other, I know something's happening. So take a look at the bottom right-hand card, indicating an adventure to recapture the essence of a vibratory nature. And look up to the top right. So from the bottom left to the top right, look diagonally at those three cards, the way they're aligned. You set things in motion, Cancer. It is your moment of destiny. And you responded to that when it brought forward a prophecy about the Hill of Kings and the sacred feminine energy that is the wellspring directly below the Stone of Destiny. And responding to that sacred energy, you have the ability to take the indication of that inspiration and move it forward with the strength of male energy and the purity of thought and intention. So that's one of the messages. Now let's look at the other diagonal. Look at the bottom right-hand card. And look diagonally up toward the top left. We see the beautiful male image of a sacred God, bringing forth the energy to create harmony and put it in its rightful central position. Also moving through the prophecy of the augury of knowledge, this prophecy, also moving through the energy at the Hill of Tara and moving toward its complement. Cycling, again, is the word that's coming through. Toward female energy, that it brings forward the ability of movement and energetic activation. And the cards that accompany all along this journey give us more information about the cyclical nature and the yin-yang nature of what is happening with your energy set point and how it is you have emerged from the solstice journey and all of 2017, Spirit is saying. So let's take a look at the last card, the outcome card, to understand. And I'm pretty sure this came out, and it might have been last month. And I was very, very grateful to see it come here as the outcome. That is the beautiful woman of art. It is one of the most lovely cards in this entire deck, in my opinion, I guess. That is the beautiful goddess Bo-An. Tradition and lore tells a story about how she became the river. And there is the sun coming up, indicating the new year, the rise of energy on the solstice, having come through the portal. This is how you emerge, Cancer. Standing here on the earth, in this energy set point, highly activated, abundance in your hand. Spirit's telling me to do this to help you understand, all right? The prophecy of this reading as it is related to your journey in 2018. All right. The woman of art literally became the river. Her energy shifted and changed through, mystical, magical things that happened. And her energy now brings abundance and flows out across the earth. And there were some words coming through from Spirit about the flow of Cancer and what it is to be in relationship, if you will. What Spirit's talking about. All right, so it's relationship, but I'm sorry to say this. It's not about romantic love yet. Again, if you want that kind of a reading, come and ask me. We'll do it. But these messages are always about you. Okay, so always remember that. Don't read into these readings things that are not meant to be there. I guess that's the message. So check it out. Right? It is about how you, in your energy set point, affect the flow of energy with everyone you come in contact with, and the gifts that unfold because of your contact and your ability to cycle the energy of the sun and allow it to flow across the earth in the set point of a Cancer that has everything to do with water. Okay? And you see how they're standing on a new shore? That's a 3. That's a new place that they are standing. A new courtship, a new way of being together, a new way of seeing each other, a new way of understanding, and new questions that should arise, Spirit says, in these aspects. So Cancer, that's just, thank you. You just have no idea how much joy it brings to me to see this come out. I know you this way. I've been in relationships with Cancer. I have a sister who's a Cancer. They're amazing. What comes from you and what you give and what you have to share, don't ever doubt it, ever, Spirit says. It is time to fully step into your place in the light of the sun to do the work that you are meant to do because of your energy set point. And Spirit says, welcome back. As silly as that sounds, there's a lot of excitement in the background about Spirit's talking about the dawning of your energy and the dawning of your understanding. And I'm going to ask for everybody's help, whatever the inspiration that comes to you as a result of this reading, any energy that streams into your heart or sudden inspiration that you have, share it with us on the thread below the video, will you? And have a wonderful new year. I'm going to leave you with the cards. Have a lovely, lovely new year. I'm going to try really hard to get all these readings out by New Year's Day. And if I can, I'll do it, a day or two before. I'm looking forward to being on this journey. I am very grateful to every single person that has been so kind and loving and welcoming and assisting me in my journey as I seek to move deeper into my own energy set point and live out my karmic destiny in these moments with you. And so thank you and have a blessed year. I'll look forward to being with some of you through the readings, and if not, in February, God's and Goddesses willing. Thanks, Cancer. All my love goes out to you.